See what I mean?
Well, all right. Now that I'm back into the cast, actually, welcome, and good evening. I just wanted to share that little snippet with you from what happened for me earlier today. I mean, and it was truly a blessing. But first and foremost, welcome to the show of Relatively Me 2020. I can see clearly now. The pain is gone. So I went this morning. I had to go and travel and get my daughter's band book. So because she's in band camp this week, of course, school is getting ready to start and everything. So they're preparing for that. And it's just so interesting to me how, right as I was getting ready to step out of my door to leave the house, I saw my black guitar in like in my mind's eye. Basically, it's like it wasn't in my hands or anything like that. I knew I had to go pick her book up, and then it's like I thought I saw it because like, well, let me go ahead and grab this because I still need to get the string fixed. I bought these guitars for all of us in the household, like that we were going to learn, so many days ago or so many years ago. All of us were supposed to learn together how to play it, like as a family. I want them to have musical talents. We already do keyboard, we do singing. Um, and we do a couple of other things, but the guitar was the next thing that we were supposed to pick up, but it just never happened. So as I said a moment ago, I was on my way to go and get her book, and in my mind's eye, I saw my black guitar. Now, this black guitar, I love this black guitar. Okay, it's very nice. From the moment that I saw it in the store, I was like, I'm not concerned about how much it costs. That one right there, that's mine. Bring it to me. That's a beauty. I like that one. And I purchased it, but since I bought it, maybe I tried it like the first couple of months, actually how to play, watch YouTube videos, bought the book, sitting here, messing around with the different strings and everything, even inquired about lessons, but never really took action to do that thing, right? So anyway, this morning I was once again on my way to go and get my daughter's book, and I left it at the house because I was like, I'll just take care of it later. Well, once I got to the store, and actually, let me back it up, because the first time that I went out to the store, they had a number because, with COVID and everything, they posted a sign on the door stating that, hey, we're here, but we're only letting so many people in the store. Please call us once you get to the door. So I had left my phone. I wasn't even thinking about calling. I just wanted to go in, grab the book, and leave, and just didn't realize that I didn't have it on me. So I'm knocking on the door. Nobody's coming to the door. I'm knocking on the door. I'm like, God darn it. And I really want to buy from this place because it's a small business, and, I'm in big support of small businesses right now. I'm not going to go to the big store to get it when I know possibly you have it. I'd rather shop with you. So I left, came back to the house, and then again, it's like I saw the guitar. I was like, I'll get it. I'll come back later, whatever. I go to the store, and this time, as I'm walking up to the store, there's a gentleman standing outside the store. Hold on, King. There's a gentleman standing outside the store, and he was bent down, and I looked, and I was like, hey, how you doing? Kept on about my business, going up to the door. He said, oh, I'm just out here doing my Peter thing. I was like, your Peter thing? He said, yeah. And then he gestured towards, behind me, where you can tell that it was getting ready to start raining and everything. He said, Jesus, Peter's right hand and all the stuff right there. And so we went into conversation about God and about, our relationship with God, and like just, going out amongst different things and being God's vessel to the world and doing what we need to do in order to have his mission go forth. And the mission that he's put within us now becomes our mission, and how we, act it out. So I was just there, and I was appreciating him for the conversation. I mean, because like, I enjoy those type of iron sharpens iron conversations where one builds upon another. And that's pretty much what we were doing out there. It's actually really good. And so, it's just this whole thing is about, entertaining angels unaware, not even realizing that, like, who's in the midst, who's in your presence, what's going on. So I was like, well, what are you doing out here? He said, well, I'm just trying to get inside. I was trying to find my music stuff. He started telling me about some of the problems family wise and all this other things right there. And so I realized that he was one of what we call the Joneses. They're people that they live with the world as their home. They're not actually, homeless, but they have different places that they go and stay at. Papa was a Rolling Stone, drone hat, all this good stuff right there. And he said, but this morning, God, he woke me up. He's like, about 4 o'clock this morning, he woke me up, and he's like, hey, we got to get on the move. You got to get there. You got to get there. And he's like, well, where? He's like, well, just go. You'll know when you get there. You got to get there. And then he got to telling me about how he has a guitar, but it was all busted up, and that it's over here at this other store. He lets different people sign it. He puts it down so people can, give him money whenever they're playing, whenever he's playing and everything. But it no longer works. Like the one that he actually had right then and there was one that he borrowed from another person. Like the gentleman was like, hey, well, can you fix my guitar for me? And, it's like you can use it, while you're getting it fixed and everything. And I was sitting there like, yo, I got to work on my obedience, Lord, because I understand now why I saw my favorite beauty guitar in my mind's eye when I was leaving my house to come to this place. And I said, you know what? I said, how long are you going to be out here? And he was like, well, I'll be out here until, I'm waiting on them so I can get a few things. I got a couple of songs I want to sell, yada, yada. I said, well, if you give me just a minute, give me like 5-10 minutes, I'll be right back. I said, are you looking for another guitar? He was like, well, I just need to fix the strings on this one, tune it up for the guy and everything. He's kind enough to let me borrow it. I said, okay, give me a minute. I'll be right back. I said, because God told me to bring this guitar. I saw it in my mind's eye before I got here, before I left my house. I said, and I didn't do it. I said, so if you would give me the time, grant me the space to go back to my house so that I can do what God told me to do, I'll be right back. So needless to say, I leave to go get my guitar and it rains. It pours, y'all. It was flooding outside. It was like, it just got bad. But I was like, and then not to mention, on my way back home, for whatever reason, the lane that I have to drive in order to get to the turn where I need to go to my house is blocked by cars that are waiting like almost a mile for this church to let them in to get their kids. I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, I sidestep, we end up driving around, go up to the house, come and get the guitar. And me, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I gotta be honest, because right at first I was like, well, I got these other guitars, maybe I can give him one of those. Or actually I'll just bring him so that he can choose which one he wants. But I know what God showed me in my mind. I know he showed me my pretty black guitar. And I know it was for me to do the right thing and bring it out there. And it's like I got to talk to my daughter about it. She helped me find it. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, I know, Talia. I can't deny what I was shown. So anyway, I get in the car and I bring it back to the place, and then I left and I came back. I was like, hey, bring me the other guitar just in case so I can let him pick one, because the one he has looks more like this one anyway. I'm gonna be obedient, but at the same time, it's like, oh Lord, that bargaining. It's like, it is what it is. Take it. He can take it. So I get around to the place and it's raining and I'm sitting there for a little bit because it's pouring down. And then I looked at the guitar and I grabbed it. I was like, well, let me go ahead and take a picture of it. And then it's like, I got a moment, I took it and I was about to take a selfie with it. And actually I did take a selfie, and then he came right up to the door and with an umbrella. And he was like, hey, he said, are you getting out? And I was like, well, yeah, I was about to get out. And he looked at the guitar. And it's like, even though that other one was there, he didn't even see it. He saw that one that God had for him. And the way his eyes lit up, it was love. Like it was like it was love at first sight, y'all. And it was the most beautiful thing to watch unfold. I don't know what his journey has been up to this point. I mean, he's told me a few things while we were out there. We were chatting it up and everything, the different things he's seen. He's on his way. He's trying to get to Tennessee. He's always out here in Port Arthur at the Dollar Tree. He sometimes goes to Beaumont, but he gets problems there, yada, yada. But if you can see the beauty, the way his face lit up when he looked at that guitar, even though the one string was missing, he was just like, dang, like, yo. And so he grabbed it, before he even knew it, like he had came over to bring the umbrella to help me out the car. But by the time he saw it, he was like, oh my God. So he ended up going back out to the store, and then, we got to talking a little bit more, and I was like, well, I said, well, that's yours to keep. I even brought him the strings that we had and everything like that. But it's just, you just never know who you're going to meet in a day. And it's like, he told me, he's like, God told me, just, Jesus was like, just get up, you got to go. Just get up, you got to make it to this destination. You got to get here. You got to get here. And he didn't know what he was coming for, but it ended up being that guitar that I had to release, because it's about releasing at this point. You got to release some things in order to clear yourself of those things that are supposed to be coming in. So you want to be mindful of the energy that you have, Tierney, whenever you're going out amongst other places, because you just never know who you're going to meet. And you never want to be in a position where you end up sending a person away from you worse than what they came. We're all going through different things, right? We're all experiencing different avenues of life. And could you imagine that if you're in a good moment and then somebody's having a bad, energy, vibe, whatever it may be, and they all of a sudden come up to you, the next thing you know, now you are partaking in that energy that you didn't even deserve, didn't even welcome in. So we want to kind of try to, be mindful of the energy that you bring whenever you go into a place. And whenever you're conversing with someone else, you always want to heighten them and enlighten them to be a little bit better than what they came, or like continue on in love and light and understanding. And the easiest way to do that is literally just think of what love is for you and display that. Share it and show it. So I just wanted to share that. I was like, that was amazing, because I had no idea that I was going to that place. Even when I was leaving my house, it's like I saw the guitar in my mind. I was like, I'll get to it later. And then I go meet this guy, and he's like, yeah, God told me get up and come to this place, and my guitar is busted, but I'm borrowing this guy's guitar. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, I will be obedient. But when it rains, it pours. Follow your obedience the first time, because you just never know the angels that you are prepared to entertain. And always make sure that you operate in light and love, and you show forth your best effort, even if it doesn't come off, as perfection. It doesn't have to. Just go out and be love. Just be love every day. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. That's the end of that. And yeah, y'all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna go ahead and share the clip where he was playing the music again, and we'll let that be that. So here we go. See what I mean? All right, so that was Jerry Glenn Scott, and I mean, he's like I said, he usually is playing in Port Arthur at the Dollar Tree little shopping area, or sometimes he goes to Beaumont. But he says he has most of the support out here in Beaumont. So if y'all see him, support him. Get him to play a song. He has a whole playlist of songs that he will play for you if you ask him. So, yep, that's the end of that. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Also, let me make sure that I add in the next couple of weeks coming up, August the 20th, 2021. Saj and I will actually be going in on every Friday doing Bombers Night with Renico and Tierney. So tune in, check us out, and yeah, good evening. Love y'all with so much of me. Peace.